They're not so rowdy now. Cops converged on a Far Rockaway housing project early Wednesday to dismantle the Rowdy Boys, a violent drug crew believed to be responsible for several shootings and a recent murder, officials said. "There's historic violence there," said Night Deputy Chief Michael Kemper, commanding officer of the Queens South Detective Bureau. "Within the past couple of years, there's been a homicide and a bunch of non-fatal shootings that this crew is connected to. The Rowdy Boys were notorious for selling crack, cocaine and heroin in the Redfern houses," Kemper said. "Gangs represent nearly half of shootings in NYC. We received a lot of shooting incidents and a lot of complaints from community members about narcotic sales," Kemper said. The NYPD's Queens Narcotics Division and the Queens District Attorney's Office executed 14 search warrants at the housing complex Wednesday, arresting 22 members of the drug-dealing gang. More arrests were expected, according to Queens District Attorney Richard Brown. Arrested gang members were taken to the 113th Precinct in Queens on Wednesday. These arrests should put another dent in the drug trafficking and drug-related violence which has long plagued the residents of Far Rockaway, Brown said Wednesday. "This initiative is another in our continuing campaign to stop the plague of drug dealing, and the often accompanying drug-based violence." Witness that imprisoned man for murder recants testimony. Two plainclothes police officers were shot at while patrolling the Redfern houses on June 7, 2015, officials said. No one was hit. On Wednesday, 12 apartments and 2 cars were searched, closing out a 7-month investigation, officials said. At least 1 firearm was recovered. Ever wonder what it is like to be in a New York City gang? Photographer Nicholas Enriquez answered that very question in his latest photo series Bloodline, named after the Latin Kings chapter in New York. After earning the trust of the gang members, Enriquez was eventually able to photograph them as they went about their days in Brooklyn. Photographer Nicholas Enriquez captures gang life in New York City. Arrested gang members, who ranged from their late teens to their early 30s, were taken to the 113th Precinct in Queens and hit with several narcotics charges. The Rowdy Boys said nothing as they were marched into the station house, although some did glam for the camera. The arrests were made after members sold drugs to undercover cops more than 100 times in separate locations over the last year, officials said. Cops searched 12 apartments and 2 cars at the Redfern houses in Far Rockaway, Queens, on Wednesday morning. Kemper hopes Wednesday's gang takedown will pay dividends in that it's going to provide the community a safe environment.